Good afternoon, welcome to another maker. I can't remember what I'm making anyway. What's it called? No, stop it. No, stop it. That one. Good afternoon.
It's smacked into the fridge freezer. Come out, do it again.
No, welcome to another episode of Mikey Makes. This afternoon I'm going to be making apple crumble cake out of the Daily Mail. For the apple crumble cake, we're going to be using the Meccano tin again.
It's actually apple crumble loaf.
Yeah. They're supposed to be 2 litre loaf tins. I think that's about right. It's sort of 8 by 4 by 4. Ingredients. In here we've got 500 grams of self-raising flour and 4 tablespoons, possibly teaspoons of mixed spice. I've got butter.
Oh, he's coming in.
280 grams of butter chopped up into little bits.
Hang on. What? I said move smoothly. You can't go charging about. I couldn't keep up with that.
Well, if you hadn't been flipping that bit of paper about, it wouldn't have happened, would it?
Go on then.
And we've got 280 grams of muscovado sugar. Now, to start, what we're going to do is put the butter. I'm moving slowly.
I'm scanned that. That was genius.
Over to here. I'm putting 280 grams of butter into the food processor. Notice it's not a liquidizer nowadays.
Jonesy, can I just say something?
Go on then.
I don't think that's what you process first of all, is it?
What does it say?
Alright, just stay there. Keep looking at the camera. Tip the flour and spice into a food processor.
Yeah. Then what?
Add the butter. That's buggered you, isn't it?
No, if you want to do it around that
No,
way.
it's up to you. You pour it all in there. I'm just saying, you've just studied the recipe for an hour.
I mean, nothing if not accurate. I don't think it'll make a blind bit of difference.
Well, no, but I'm just saying.
Like that week when I added water to the cake mix before I was supposed to, and it was unbelievably runny. It didn't make any difference. The cake mix was still
I'm just saying, there's a recipe there, isn't there, for a reason?
What's more of a concern?
Tell you what's a concern.
Is the fact that the food processor might not be big enough for all of this. But anyway, we'll find out in a minute.
I did think that.
What?
I did think it might be not. Just do it.
Put the flour in first and shoot the flour out all over the place.
I'm just saying what it says. Don't shoot the Move your left arm out the way, Jones, so you're blocking everything.
I'm just trying to keep the
I know, but you're not doing that with your arm, are you?
Alright.
We'll come back to this bit, yeah?
Okay.
Won't be long. Go on then.
This? No.
What?
Stop it a minute. Right. Well, apart from the fact that there's a fair bit come out here and there, we've got it and it's nice and breadcrumby, in theory. Probably there's a little bit too much for the volume of the food processor.
But then you're doubling up, aren't you? So
yeah, because I'm making 2 cakes. So actually,
Mikey 2 cakes.
I don't think it's going to matter too much. So there's my bowl.
Whoops, there he goes again.
And there's my mixture. But it's not one not. Now into here, I'm adding. Wasn't I supposed to have added the sugar when it was in there?
Hang on a minute. Stir in the raisins, eggs, apples and milk. Yeah, the sugar's meant to be in that.
Well, let's put the sugar in now.
I can't see it make any difference.
No, I'm going to mix the sugar in with my hands because it will be far too much for the word processor.
Don't knead it like a thing, just stir it all in, just combine it all in. It's all going to get mixed in dry ingredients anyway.
Right, then I'm putting in my raisins.
You are stirring in raisins, eggs, apples and milk. Raisins, eggs, apples and milk. Raisins, eggs, apples and milk.
So that's my raisins gone. I don't know whether it's worth having a look. Do you want to have a look?
Okay, we're having a look. We're all coming over to have a look. Sorry, I've got my leg cut. Oh, that's going to be a mofo of a cake, isn't it? Sling it all in. Sling it all in, Jonesy. Apples, raisins.
Eggs. Milk was 10 tablespoons.
Yeah.
6 large eggs.
Oh, you need to drain your apples.
I'm going to. And then it just said 4 apples. Well, 2 apples for one and 4 apples for another. So what we've actually done is 1 big Bramley and 2.
That looks lovely.
Eating apples.
That's his little face.
So I'll tell you what, how about you come back in a couple of minutes' time when this is mixed up?
Alright, I think that's going to be nice, isn't it?
It's going to be very sloppy.
Okay.
Have we missed out any dry ingredients?
Coming out, hang on, I just got to have another...
Right, so I've stirred it all up and I've added the apples which I peeled and chopped roughly.
Earlier. Let's have a look, we're coming over.
So you can see this, it's quite big lumps of apple, but it's all a very sloppy mixture. Now what we've got to do is put it into the cake tin and then sort the topping out. So if you come back in a couple of minutes' time, we'll have this back in there and then in the tins, and then we'll show you the topping. Okay, so now I'm making the topping, and what I'm doing is I'm rubbing plain flour, muscovado sugar and butter together until I get a sort of breadcrumby consistency. And again, this is going to take a few minutes. Do you want to have a quick look at see what they look like in the tin while I'm doing this? If the one on the right's got too much in it, it's because Jonesy did the pouring.
Harsh, I think you'll find they're just the same. They're more like a sort of tea loaf, aren't they, Jonesy?
I don't know, it tasted quite spicy when I licked the spoon.
I'll give you spicy.
Right, so I
Spice up your life!
I suggest we come back in a little bit. Oh, and we're also adding crushed nuts. So we've crumbed together the flour, sugar, butter, and then we've added, the recipe actually says hazelnuts, but we've used crushed walnuts, because I think walnuts and apples go together better. And then we're just sprinkling this evenly across the top of the 2 cakes, and this is obviously going to be the crumble.
Pudding in a cake, Jonesy, there's a lot of it, isn't there?
I hope so.
Oh, that's just your arm, that's all I've got is your arm. The cack-handed goon. There is a lot of topping, Jonesy, are you going to use it all?
Crumble?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure? Oh.
Yeah. Last time I made this, it was...
You've never made it before.
Oh, that's right.
Come on, get a move on. This isn't bloody...
Right, in the meantime, the oven's been on 135 degrees, says 140 fan. We're going to make ours slightly cooler than that. And we're going to stick it in there, and I've absolutely no idea how long it's going in for.
Yeah, it's about 50-55 minutes of it.
So that's gone in.
Okay.
I'm going to set the timer.
Go on then.
And come back in 55 minutes time.
My camera works good today.
See you later.
Alright, say nicely to the camera.
Say what?
Say goodbye nicely to the camera.
Goodbye nicely. Right, slight confession to make. I don't know why you're grinning. Slight confession to make. Turns out, recipe heap of shit. 140 degrees didn't work.
Not a heap of shit. I just think that's a typo.
So it was in 55 minutes. We put the skewer in, and when we came out,
it's now Tuesday.
It was just liquid and horrible. So we wound it up and we Googled it a bit, and there were 3 people using identical recipes. That obviously somebody just copied one and then lied about it because it didn't work. So we wound it up. It's been in 2.5 days at 180 degrees. So actually I think it would probably work if it were about 175 degrees, which sounds hot, but we found another recipe where it said it ought to be hotter, and we've had it hotter, and it seems to have done the trick.
Do you want the oven gloves?
Yes, please. So, there are the cakes. Do you want to come and have a look?
Yeah. Oh, I think they look nice.
And the test, and as I say, we've cheated, we've already done this, but the test is stick a skewer in, a little bit of a wiggle, and it comes out nice and
You're
clean.
really good at skewering and wiggling, aren't you?
Yes, so now we're going to leave them to cool for a bit, and
before we eat them.
Come back and show you what they look like when we take them out.
All right then, night.
Night.
It's hot, isn't it?
No.
All right, we're going to have
Right now, okay, we're back. They've been cooling for 3 hours, and there we go. Actually, we cut it when it's still a bit warm, so it looks a bit doughy. But I have to say, it tastes absolutely fabulous.
Get your hand out of the shot.
Sorry. Oh, close down there.
I have done the cakes. I'm doing you eating them.
Oh, lovely.
Are they nice?
Oh. I made some custard and I put them in ambrosia pots. And it's all about portion control, so we'll be trying that later.
All right. Say good night.
Good night. See you next time.